Test 1, 2, 3.
Test.
And vice versa.
Private property.
Number 1.
The state backs,
Number 2.
backs them with the army and the police.
Okay, so we'll make
If
that.
it wasn't for the state,
Four.
with the army apparatus and the police apparatus, they would never get away with what they do to workers. What do you think about that?
I'm going to say that the workers would still ruin it for themselves at the end.
That's not very communistic of you.
I'm more than just a communist. Now that was okay. So
You
that
don't
goes
believe
back
in
to
worker self-organization and worker power?
my second question is, what is Marxist? We already said a Marxist, the dialectic of capitalism. We'll end it there. And then what is humanism, and how does it relate to Marxism?
Whoa, that's big. In 1844, Karl Marx had his big breakthrough. All right, he was a student in Germany, hanging out with a bunch of Hegelians. They called themselves the Young Hegelians. And he was studying this guy named Hegel.
They should be the young Helg Angels. Helg's Angels.
They were, man.
Hegel, for Hegel.
They hung out in bars and debated and argued.
I love that, Heg's Angels.
Okay,
Yeah,
Hegel.
yeah, they debated and drank. Yeah, give me more, give me more.
Marx found something in Hegel about alienation, and he decided to write this essay that's very famous from 1844 titled Alienated Labor.
Okay,
Right?
what is alienated labor?
It's the experience of working where the process kills you, it numbs your brain, makes you into a cog of a machine, where you get separated from the thinking process. And there's all kinds of examples of it. You know, at the time, it was all this incredible automated, the factory system. So workers just had to,
Okay.
they would do the same thing over and over and over all day long. You know.
All right. Okay. So
Or
that's,
they would, or
so
they
that's
would get.
that's what. Okay. So where does humanism come in?
All right. So humanism is the idea that we have this incredible potential that we don't even fully realize. That humans have this great creativity, this great potential that is suppressed under. Well, it's suppressed under capitalism, but it's been suppressed. I mean, under slavery, before capitalism, humanism was crushed by a different system. You know, there was feudalism. You know,
Then mercantilism, right?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, mercantilism was transition before capitalism.
So alienation was not invented by capitalism,
No, it wasn't.
but it was perfected. I think that Marx, you could probably find a paraphrasing where Marx would say that.
Okay. Well, let me first ask, do you think that someone 150 years into a system, which was basically how long capital had to reign, was astute enough judgment to make that compared to the 1,000+ years of history we had under feudalism and other mercantilism.
You mean how dare Karl Marx, be so
Ostentatious?
yeah, to make such a claim?
Well, he would be at least calling it 700 years ahead of time. If you look at historically, we waited 1,000 years before we can categorize feudalism. So you could say that, yes. You could say that I'm saying that, yes. But that was just a quippish response.
I think Marx was studying all of human history.
Yes, but did he study human sociology and anthropology? Because he kind of was, like you said before, an anthropologist.
At the end of his life, he was absolutely studying a specific anthropologist named
But what about... Okay.
Henry Morgan, who was studying the Iroquois Indian...
Right, yeah.
The federated system that they had of... Apparently they had a federated government system in the United States, the Iroquois. And Marx was studying that at the end of his life, like I think it was 1880s. I mean, that's another thing that's very controversial. A lot of Marxists don't want to talk about that, are not interested.
Yeah, because again, they're just look. They want an easy life and to make a lot of money doing nothing.
Marxists?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't know Marxists. I don't know any Marxists that want to make a lot of money.
Well, because they want a lifestyle. They want to work as little